you listen to me real good. I've told you once, I said it 1,000 times. You get out of those pagan, satanic, religious, Christian churches. Christians do not follow the commandments of the Bible. Christians do what they want to do. They make up their own laws, their own rules, and their own regulations. Come out of her, my people, and come out from among them. And it's real simple and easy to ascertain who are these people you need to come out from. Easy. Number one, if they keep Sunday, that's an automatic sign that you need to not have any fellowship with these commandment-breaking, wicked deceivers and seducers and bewitchers of the truth. Simple. Y'all's good, ain't it? Most high of y'all, we come to you something as we know how this Sabbath morning that you have given us another day on this earth, hoping that we can bring glory to your magnificent name. We need your teachings, your understandings to help us as a people to continue to be perfected so that all the glory is to you, so that the nations will be converted. We need you this hour. We need truth in inward parts. Ruach, we're asking that you would humbly minister to each and every last one of us this truth and let it sink deep down in our hearts to bring about fruit, good fruit that people will want to eat off of for the purpose of your Yeshua. We thank you because our names are written down in the Lamb's Book of Life. Speak to us your words of truth. Magnificent name of Jesus. Hallelujah. You may be seated. Well. Oh, we had an eventful night last night, didn't we? You know, that lets me know that these people are watching us. You get it? Not no more than I'm watching them. And, you know, one day our enemy is going to slip up. They're going to slip up bad. And as that old song goes, and I'll be there. I will too. And when I'm there, I won't show no mercy and no quarter. Y'all know I'm a preacher I have a reputation of whooping people's ass out in front of the tabernacle. Y'all know that, right? Yeah, all our brothers are warriors like that. They have to change their mindset because they realize we're in a hostile environment. Y'all see Lions Den last night? Isn't that amazing what they're dealing with up there? They got rich people up there trying to divide and conquer the brethren. You know what I mean? You take one brother and spit in his ear great swelling words of vanity, try to allure. You understand what I mean? And you try to pit one brother against another brother. And of course, the only reason why they do that, anybody ever heard of the word coon? That's because they think that one day, one of those brothers is going to be a Sambo buck dancing, T-pouring coon. Really? That's the only reason why they approach you like that. Because it's the art of the deal. You know, not making any sense? It's literally the art of the deal. Only one problem though. You can't see none of those brothers buck dancing. You understand what I mean? It seems like every time you turn around, the devil is always trying to do something to bring some type of division. You understand what I mean? See, what's happening is their business is successfully getting ready to get off the ground. And the place that they were at, they try to always control the narrative. And so now they want a few of them back, if you understand what I mean, after making what they call business decisions and found out that their business decisions were faulty. And they know what's getting ready to happen because once theirs get off the ground, that means theirs go under. Does that make any sense? But in the days of slavery, that's the way that the white man always done it. He'd take one of the mandingos or one of the what they would call manipulative, deceitful coons, and they put him in the big house. And they would give him the position of Lord over all the other Negroes. And he would have control of the house wenches. Believe it or not, this is real history. I know y'all didn't learn this in public food system. You know what I mean? I bet Teacher Eric Robinson could probably teach this better than I could preach it. You know YouTube did his video? Y'all see that? Boy, that last video he put out, not the last, this one, the last one before that, man, they put all type of restrictions. You know how you get those videos that press this button if you want to go forward? They did that on his video. Just because he was a white man jogging. He said, look, I'm a white man jogging. He said, ain't nobody trying to run me down. Nobody trying to shoot me. Now he done got on the YouTube hot list. Isn't that bad? The YouTube hot list. I heard you got some audio or some video footage, huh? I don't know what it is. Do we need to get a camera in that AMG, man? A battery backup that's gonna last. So I need to just start that thing. Last night, them boogers about ran off the road, didn't they, Elias? Because you know what I'd have done if they had ran off the road, right? I'd let them hit a tree, flip over, turn around, die, and I'd have just turned around, went right on back home, got on broadcast. I mean, really, when I tell y'all that I don't give a shit about these people up here, I can understand some foolish stuff. You understand what I mean? I'm not without knowledge. You understand what I mean? But man, it gets to a point, like I told that deputy sheriff last night, because when we was out there last night, Brother Brent and I had our ARs around our necks. And I told him straight up, I said, you see the end of that street right there? I said, if I'm up and I catch his ass and he gets past that damn and he hits on that damn dirt right there, I say, this ass mine from that point. Now what they want to do is they want to protect the damn lawbreaker and the enemy. Well, you don't want to really do that. Why not? He shouldn't have his ass down here. Isn't that right? Well, you know, it's Friday night. That's justification? Well, good. It's Friday night. It's time for me to light them up like a damn Roman candle then, isn't it? I wonder if you're going to talk to me like that. Well, you know, he just a Negro and it's Friday night and, you know, he just want to come down here and smoke you crackers. You know what I mean? I want to hit on you. You think he going to talk to me like that? Hell no. And it's sad because even up here in this little town, I'm actually got a pretty good rapport with a lot of the sergeants and lieutenants. They get it. The one that they brought out here last night, a deputy, I looked at him, man, and said, your mom and dad know you playing cop? What the hell, man? Huh? I said, man, let me give you an education here real quick from my perspective. I've been here for 20 years, and I can understand how people are racist. You may not see that because you have different color skin than I do. But I said, man, let me give you a little background, man. I'm an old veteran. You can see that by my face right here. Old veteran. And the military could send our ass 5,000 miles away in the backyard across the pond over in somebody else's land who you told me was the enemy. The government did. Only one problem though. They ain't never called me a nigger. So I'm in my own backyard. And you think I'm going to continue to keep putting up with these assholes? I'll make an example out of one of them. One day, I'm going to get my hands right around the neck of one of you racists. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, man. I'm going to put them in the arm bar. I'm telling you, I'm going to do like the old time fighters used to do. I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get you, and I'm going to put you in the arm bar, and I'm going to break your arm. Isn't that good stuff? Give you a little time to think about it. The last time a guy came down here, you know what he said after he got finished dropping all kind of F-bombs and cussing me out? He said, some kind of preacher you are. What are you? What kind of Christian are you? I said, look at this devil. He's dropping F-bombs, come down on my land screeching out, raising hell, cuss me out, and then going to try to check me on my social language. I said, you got one problem, man. I ain't no Christian. I'll hurt your ass. And if you don't believe I'll hurt you, bring your ass out here on the street. All four of you. I was by myself then. All four of y'all come out here. So when they do come here, they'll get all y'all laying down here on the damn road. Better hope they get here before the damn vultures come. Why would four men be scared of one old little lonely black man in the middle of the road? Why? And there's some good odds, a 4-on-1. See what it is? This is what I've always learned in life. Everybody's brave until showtime. And the ones who usually talk the most are the ones who ain't going to do nothing. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe in war. Yah is a man of war. Is he not? Didn't he say there's a time for everything? Didn't he? He said that, right? And do we not have the right to defend ourselves and our home? So I believe in war. I truly do. Wish it didn't have to. But if it comes, then you're supposed to be ready to welcome your enemy. That's true honor. And that's true respect. Are you following me? Only one problem, though. We're in a generation where everybody got a bunch of this and nothing else. Now, you ask yourself a question. What are we doing to invoke this type of attention unless these people are satanically and demonically charged? You don't see us going around driving up in front of people's houses and screeching out, and maybe I ought to do that and see what kind of response I get. I got the guy's license plate. Once I find out where he lives, I'm going to take my pickup truck. I'm going to go out and roll up in one do. Except I'm going to sit down and smoke the tires. You MF Peckerwoods, you sorry ass sister, come on out here, bring it out. And I ain't going to be running off trying to run into a tree. But how intelligent would that look at me at 53 years old? Would I get some type of satisfaction out of there, or would I have to buy some brand new tires? You think about that. Ooh, but one day, y'all mark my words, Lafayette, Tennessee, one day I'm going to catch one of you. Be it in Walmart, Advance Auto, the fairgrounds, Poston's Building Supply, or this yard. Whoa! It's the same. The Bible says we're supposed to do everything we can to live a quiet and peaceful life, right? So if you live in a quiet and peaceful life, you ain't bothering nobody. What do you do when they come bothering you? Well, you bother them back. That's how you do it. You bother them back. Because there's only one thing that power respects. Power. Y'all get me? One thing is power respects is power. Good seeing some of y'all. Good to see you, bud. What'd you do, drive your truck down here? Zaza, you looking pretty good. Don't think I'm trying to hit on you now. I'm just saying you're looking good. Stand up, Zaza. Go on and stand up. Look at Sister Zaza. Just as set apart and holy. Don't even look 60 years old. How old are you, Zaza? How old are you? 60. You wish you looked like that at 60, Chase. Bless you. That's what good, clean, holy living will get you. Now, ever since she's been in the ministry, she's been an avid supporter of the ministry. Well, the next thing is, how long is it going to be before you get ready to move in that place? You waiting on us, or you got a year or two to retire? You waiting on us? Well, COVID-19 messed up everything. God, didn't he? Man, we went down to Straitway, Georgia East. Was it last week? Yeah, we went down there last week. How tall was that grass? We got it done, though. It was up there. Brother Israel said it looked like a wheat field. It was a lot of work, too. It was a lot of work. Not only did we cut, we raked it. Huh? That's some work right there. We took a lot of it and threw it over the fence to the donkeys. It's like the donkeys missed me. They seen me and they come up. We remember you. We threw them some hay. Good one. They ate it up too. So they probably love us. And hopefully here, seems like no matter where we're at, we're expanding, be it in lands, homes, houses, and everything. And of course, it takes a little time to get them ready. And the real question is who's ready for the places? No, for real, who's ready for the places? But you got to think, boy, there's got to be some kind of spirit that you will listen to me and get so dang charged up that you're going to let that spirit come and get your ass whooped. It's crazy. And my brother right here, Brother Grant, man, I was like, man, I'm so sorry. When he pulled up last night, Elder Rufus sent me a text message. He said, Pastor, he said, now, Brother Grant, I'm coming from Mississippi, so we want to make sure y'all know he's coming because he don't need to get in no crossfire. Because all this is going on, and we all charged up. Next thing you know, here come a car down the hill, just creeping. Oh, hell. Here it is. And he looked at us. I said, brother, I'm so sorry about this, man. But, these people are fools. He said, my wife was saying, do I need to get my gun? I was like, that's a good Israelite sister right there. Do I need to get my gun? All right? Now, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with a woman protecting themselves? Anybody see anything wrong with that? Do y'all know if we got this castle law stuff here in Tennessee? Oh, I'm going to start invoking that shit then. Don't worry about it. I got a good attorney, too. It's called UCAA, USCCA, and that's good gun insurance. I got it because I know I'm about to use it one day. Not that I want to, but man, don't the Constitution say we're supposed to be able to defend ourselves against all enemies, foreign and? I had more enemies domestic than I ever had foreign. That's sad, isn't it? And mind you, the only thing they got on their resume is being able to sit down and watch the whole series of Dukes of Hazzard. I'm a U.S. Army paratrooper. You understand what I mean? You'll think I would get some type of respect. They all know it. Isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? But don't worry about it. I'm not demanding and asking for it, but I know how to get it. And that's why I tell brothers, you always make sure you're ready. Be also ready. All right? And don't let this Christian spirit creep up in you of pacifism. It all challenges all of us. It's so deeply ingrained. It really is. You see what happened? What was that woman named Amber Geiger? She went up there and shot that guy named Bocked him down. You remember that police officer, that woman that went up there and kicked the door in and killed that black guy? Here she is sitting here on trial. You follow me? And she's being sentenced to do some time. And I be damned if the damn judge ain't hugging her. The bailiff is hugging her. Everybody hug. You think these people will hug me and wish me well? That's how jacked up black folk is. We love our enemies so damn much. Even when they kill you. We shall overcome. Somebody sent me a Facebook thing and showed me a video and said, Pastor, what do you think about all these people marching? I said, they ain't marching. I said, what they're doing is, I got two phrases. If you are protesting without a gun, then what are you doing? You complaining. That's all they're doing. It's complaining. And whoever pays attention to complaints. Nobody does. See, this thing's got to be retooled. You don't go out there and start nothing, but you be ready. Y'all hear me? Don't go out there and start nothing, be ready. Time is going to come. Don't worry about brothers. I know you're chomping at the bit, but it's coming. All this shooting and all this training is not going to be in vain. It won't be in vain. The only problem y'all may have is trying to keep me out of it. Gideon, he always rebukes me on that every time we get. And you, Pastor, with all due respect, you stay your ass in this car. But it sure is nice to be an Israelite. Hallelujah. Now, y'all people back there on that camera, when the saints come next week, I want y'all to pull that camera up halfway. Do you understand what I mean? That don't mean move the camera. That means zoom in halfway. Is it, y'all got that? I mean, zoom in halfway. We don't want people spying on our liberty. See, but the only difference with us is, we just wise. But the only difference with us is we're not 501c3. Can you imagine a government, now the churches are saying no matter what they say, we gonna open. Now, believe it or not, the time I kept us away, I did that just for the sole purpose because they had the states on lockdown. Nothing to do with church, because we're not even considered a church in their eyes. Even though we are an assembly, they don't consider us one. You understand that? Because we don't have that paperwork. Contrary to some beliefs, we don't have that paperwork. If we had that paperwork, then why in the hell I got to pay so much damn taxes? I'm rendering Caesar. Definitely to what Caesar. Everybody's okay? Yes, we're going to deal with something today. Are y'all all right? I hope y'all ready and have ears to hear. And I hope I ran off a bunch of devils too at the beginning of this. But we're going to deal with something today. We're going to deal with a particular mindset. But we're going to lay the groundwork first, okay? So I need your undivided attention. All right? Undivided attention. Okay? Y'all get this, right? All right, so here we go. Today, we live in a system, a corrupt system of religion and social life. Are y'all listening? The fault is not in nature. You know, there's a natural law. You understand what I mean? Knowing the laws of Yah. But it's in the tyrannical laws and fashion of an artificial system of lies and biases. Now, to comprehend and understand all this, if I can use both of those interchangeably, who's the English major in here? Anyway, y'all know what I'm saying. Jeremiah 6:16, we've been weighing this out lately. Thus saith Yahweh, stand you in the ways and see. And what are you supposed to do? What's that word again? I ain't know too many people asking that way. Do you know that as soon as you ask Yah for his way, the first thing you're going to get coming to you is trial, testing, and tribulation? I can't tell you how many people say, man, I'm so hungry for Yah. Oh, I want Yah. Man, I want all of Yah. I was like, I had a brother do that one time with me and Teacher Shane, and he was sitting up here and both of us looking at him like this, and then we looked at each other. Man, go somewhere, brother. Just go on somewhere. Yah always tests us. Always tries our heart. Why do you think you have the attitude? Well, I prayed and he didn't answer. How you know he didn't answer? If you prayed and asked for something and you got hardship, you got an answer. See, who thinks like that? Why else would the writings be in there? In your patience, you possess your soul. And what do? You usually lose your soul. See, remember he said, my ways are higher than your ways and my thoughts are higher than your thoughts. Hey, Job didn't get perfected until he got tested. See, what happens is you got all this stuff in your head. You got it drawn up. You sure do. You already got it planned out the way it's going to be. And you never, ever thought about the trying. A friend is not known in prosperity. He's known in what? And then now Yahshua said, I call you friends. Then the first thing we do is we're wired to question Yah and say, what happened? I asked for peace and all I got is hell. What happened? You got to go through hell to get peace. Why is that? Because you're asking a good thing, but the condition of your hellish mind right now, it won't be ready for peace. Because it'll get there and raise hell. Ain't I telling the truth? Don't sit there and look at me like we don't live in this life. We live in this life too. We so messed up in the head and the mind. Oh, yes, we are. Oh, yes, we are. I hope we could hear. Ask for the old past. How are we going to ask for the old past when we got iPhones, cell phones, Xboxes and PlayStations, microwave ovens, hope you ain't got none, toaster ovens, washing machines? How many of you sisters ready to ask for the old pal, and then as soon as you do that, I say, okay, good, we're going to pull all the washing machines, and we're going to give you a wash board. How many of y'all ready for the old pals now? Look at them. Look. I remember one time on this community right here that the sisters had so much disrespect and dishonor for the washing machines that we had. They kept leaving screws in the pants and tying them up and everything. You know what I did? How long, Mother Carol? I said, good. We're going to show y'all what respect is. See, that's what you get for living on the community. They're going to show y'all what respect is. How long did I have y'all washing out of that creek? A whole year. Spring, summer, winter, and fall. Some of you ready to go fall and serve the devil now, ain't you? And the majority of people that was also involved in it, they ain't on the community no more. They're in the world. With the washing machine. We ain't got no but about maybe 3 or 4 sisters left here that was actually here when they did that. Stand up, sisters, if you was here when you was at the time when I had y'all washing in the creek for a whole year. Look, 3. Tomoko, Vicky, Mother Carol. Mama Dowell was there too, but she's down at the bottom of the hill. That's it. Now, and all you beg husband, honey, when we gonna get on community? You don't ever know when the tide gonna turn. Be seated. We're disciplined people. Most of you will call that tyranny. Huh? How long does it take for y'all sisters to make a loaf of bread from scratch? Come here, Nadia. Come here, honey. Did you ever ate her bread? Her rolls? And buttermilk biscuits? Good, mercy me. Nadia, tell us the process of making bread. What do you have to do first?
You mix the ingredients in a bowl.
Mix the ingredients in a bowl. What are the ingredients?
Flour, salt, water, oil, yeast.
My memory ain't that long. Flour,
Egg,
salt, water,
milk,
oil,
butter.
yeast. Okay, then what?
Then you knead it.
You do what?
You knead it.
Knead it. I want to knead the bread when I'm eating.
No. You knead it to develop gluten.
Who?
You knead it to develop gluten. Like, you know.
Oh, working it.
Yeah.
Language barrier. Knead it. How long you have to do that process?
5-10 minutes.
5-10 minutes. And then what?
Then you let it rise in a bowl for an hour, hour and a half.
Hour and a half. Okay, and then what?
Then you punch it down.
Why you need it to make it rise, then punch it back down again?
Because it makes it fluffy.
It makes it fluffy. For it to rise again? Okay, come on.
Then you tear it, you shape it, put it on the pan, let it rise again, and then you bake it.
How long does it take for the whole process?
A couple hours, like 3.
Couple hours, 2 or 3, right? Mm-hmm. And then we get to eat it and devour it in 5 minutes. Right? Is that about right? Yes, sir. All right, thank you, honey. So one day here on this community, I had just gave the Bible says, obey them that have the rule over you. I don't even know if many of y'all could have took Pastor Dowell 20 years ago. We're going to find out, though. I'll tell you that. Check this out. So I came in one day, people were leaving bread on the plate, a lot of it, and throwing it in the trash can. I said, let me tell y'all something. We got to work and pay for this. This ain't Shoney's, Denny's, IHOP, and Cracker Barrel. This is Straitway. And first of all, it costs money to buy this. Second of all, the process is a long time to fix it. And we're not going to do like what this wicked nation taught us, is to be a bunch of wasters. We thank God for our daily bread. So we're going to have appreciation. So good. So don't let this happen again. Oh, it was good for about a day or two. Then guess what? They would still go get more than what they could eat. More, yes, they would. And they wouldn't eat it. Next thing you know, I walk by the trash can, and guess what's in there? Bread. I'll say, good. I got something for this. Since you have an abundance of bread, y'all sisters, no bread for 30 days. Y'all know how y'all are when we're not eating unleavened bread for 7 days. When we're not eating unleavened bread, imagine for 30 days to see what type of spirits rise up. I had to rebuke pastors, brothers, openly, because they had no discipline. I said, well, the problem lies in you and your leadership. You should be supporting the leader. Because the reason why we're not eating bread is because you can't get control of your wife. Who can't lead the children to tell them, and you can't enforce it. You get it? That's how it is when you're living in common unity. You got to be joining one mind. There are people out there that don't even get bread. Because we're Americans, we're supposed to act like Americans and just throw it away. You see, the rule around here is when you go up to where all the food is laid out, you'll go up there and just get enough to satisfy you. Don't get up there and bring them plates with food almost just repelling off the sides. Because of that greedy spirit you got. Afraid somebody else is going to get more than you. So you go in there and pile it all up. Then you found out sometime that you can't eat all that you put up there. But if it's on your plate, the rule here is you're going to eat it. Food is getting hard to come by. Now it's definitely getting hard to come by. And you so ungrateful and unthankful, you're going to tell y'all that you bless him for this yield that came from the earth. And then you're going to, while you asking for his blessings upon it, then you're going to turn around and show him how much you blessed it by throwing it away. What kind of mindset is that? And then you do a dishonor to the ones who actually got in the kitchen and labored. See what happens when you have an abundance? You become ungrateful, unthankful. And what's the next one? Unholy. So when y'all see Elder Rufus look like he's outside of his character, raising hell, hey! Who put his bread here? First thing, well, what's the big deal? Ain't that right? Oh, you hear me hollering and screaming or coming up to you and say, brother, did you throw that bread away? Well, get it out of the garbage can.
Yep. Eat it. Truth.
See, the problem with you being in America is giving you an illusion that you think it's a right for you to eat every day. You ain't never been hungry before. You don't know what starvation is. You ain't never been nowhere to see what starvation is. You never experienced it yourself. You'll take food a hell of a lot more serious if you ever had to go a long, extended period of time without it. Then I guarantee you, when you sit down with your foot under that table, you will bless him and mean business. See, right now, we just set up on the table because we automatically think it's due. It's supposed to be there, simply because we exist. So, if we lack in this one little area right here and can't show appreciation, you think that that's not going to trickle down to other parts of your life? You take shortcuts in some parts of your life, it's going to affect you in other parts of your life. I used to think when I was in boot camp why in the world do we have to make this damn bunk so tight every damn day, every morning? Didn't hit me till about week number 6. If you start being disciplined in the little things will grow into greater things. You can be responsible in the little things are responsible for. You have great responsibility in the greater things. And then here I am now, a sergeant, and I used to have to go in and inspect my grown men's rooms. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I'm 21 years old, and I have some of my soldiers older than me because they came into the military late. And I have to go and inspect their rooms. And so one day I went in there, because sometimes they have bunk beds. And I saw a soldier that kind of half-assed made his bed up. So I took all the cover and the mattress and threw it in the floor. I said, make it up again. See, in there, ain't no such thing as back talk. You too prideful to accept correction. You know who else comes by and inspect the barracks? One day, they got this inspection where the sergeant major and the battalion commander comes and inspect it. Sometimes the first sergeant and the company commander comes by and inspect it. And guess who's going to get their ass chewed if your bed ain't made? If I'm going to get my ass chewed, you guess what you're going to get? So I always train my soldiers in such a way that none of us get our ass chewed. You get it?
Yes, sir.
You know how appreciative they was? You get it? That's the type of unit we've got to become as Israelites. We got to stop at all this individuality. We're too individual. And you know, living on the community, you can't be like that. Now, in community, what we have bad is everything breaks and nobody knows who did it. You know, I'm not talking about things just breaking on its own. I'm talking about things having help breaking. You remember when I first saw you with that truck? I said, what the hell happened to that truck? And the only thing Brother Chris did was look over at John. I said, boy, what are you doing? Well, Pastor, it was just, who put the hay fork through the back of it? That was you. So like father, like son then. I told him, I said, that vehicle will fit perfectly on this community. That looks just like a community vehicle. So they had to eat, all of us, that includes me, make the laws, make the rules. Guess who else got to abide by them? Sure. Yep. Mother Carol down there in the creek, washboard in hand herself. Make a law, make a rule. Guess who got to abide by them? And we hope that the influence of multitude of years, when we come in here and you come here, you have an opportunity to live amongst us, that you will be a little bit grateful, a little bit thankful. What's wrong with that? All it's going to do is preserve us all. One day, them trucks stop running, we're going to think about all that bread that was thrown away. Huh? You think we're any different than the people we read about in that book? We ain't no different. What happened with the Israelites? First they was wanting deliverance from Pharaoh, didn't they? beg y'all. We need deliverance. First thing they do, what the first thing they did as soon as they got delivered from Pharaoh? They did what? They did what? And some of you, you're delivered from Pharaoh and you're murmuring. Your biggest murmuring comes because you have transitioned from death to life. You're no longer in the world. You're no longer of the world. You're in the world, but you're not what? Of the world. So you move out of the world. Your body physically is here, but your mind is still worldly. They get out there. Why we got to eat this? Hey, Brother Chase, brother, don't you miss the leeks, the onions, and the garlics in Egypt? Remember how good we had it? Remember how good we had it, man? Wasn't it good? Yeah, that whip on your back was good too, wasn't it? So we try to define liberty for our own selves. See, that's what I'm talking about. We get in places, but the people, y'all ain't ready to move on these places because you ain't ready to be told what to do. Because you're going to be told what to do. Yeah, you are. Everybody gets told what to do, including me. But see, you won't know this because you don't live on us. So we're very serious about wasting food. Does that make sense? Very serious. We're very serious about preserving our washers. Now, our sisters have been making do with a good old-time washers that we used to buy. Didn't they used to go out and buy old-time used washers? And they would just go there until they just, we'd run them till they tear up. Isn't that right? And one day we was out, me and Summer, I said, we went into this laundromat, and I said, look at that, Speed Queen. I got on the phone, look to see what we could get some of them. I go, ooh-wee. I said, oh, I could get an $800 difference if I get the one without the coin slot. That's why it was really a lot. It still was still a lot. Carol said you should have left the one with the coin slot on it. Mother Carol did. You should have left the one with the coin slot on it. So we end up getting two industrial Speed Queen washers. Say $5,000. So you don't think that me and the brother love the sisters? His yoke is, and his burden is? No, it's still a yoke though. It's still a yoke. His yoke is, but his burden is. But if you're rebellious and indifferent, then we have to put more burden or more influence on the yoke. What happens if you got a beast of burden, he's out here working and you got him going, he's going plowing in the way that he should go. He's doing good, but all of a sudden he wants to detour and go outside. Don't you have to forcibly put him back online? So if these speed queens get abused, we ain't going back to no washers. We're going straight to the creek. Because this generation ain't had no discipline or experience to know what it means to be appreciative and corrective. Because they've always had a life of ease. Somebody had always done it for you. And for what I can sense right now, it looks like everybody's having appreciation for them. Is that true? Is it? I don't know. I don't watch. And if they show themselves faithful in this, we'll get two more. Isn't that righteous? Isn't that discipline? Isn't that honorable? So if he rewards you with this and you show appreciation, then what the Most High Yah usually do with us? You faithful in this little simple thing, small thing, what would he do later? Increase us. But see what we want, because we used to buying everything on credit, we want to enjoy everything right now, and our spirit is not ready to be appreciative. Our spirit is not ready to be thankful. And so, therefore, we go in with a lackadaisical mind, passive mind, and we abuse the things that is a blessing for us. Yeah, we do. We abuse it. Showing ourselves to be ungrateful, unthankful, and unholy. So you got to have a ready mind. Just because you're an Israelite and you wouldn't believe, you come here, move on the community, boy, for the first 2-3 weeks, we got this old saying around here, a new broom sweeps well, but when it starts getting wore down, let's see how you pick up then. Start off hard charging, then all of a sudden the air gets let out of you. Then your face go from this to this. It's been a long time since I've seen people come here and not do that. Nate and Sarah, they work all damn time. They do. They ready for any community. Y'all ready if I send y'all anywhere or to stay here? You ready? You don't care, right? You're a servant of y'all, right? Wherever you need it. But you, everybody else here, they be sitting up in the house with their ass up looking at Netflix at 7 o'clock at night, and he's out painting the banisters. Uh-oh. See, it don't make no difference to you when I told you that we used to work from sun up to sundown. You wasn't here to see it. So therefore, it doesn't register to you. And now you think since we're a little bit more advanced, you don't have to have that type of work ethic because you didn't see it. Hell, we didn't even see y'all deliver them from Egypt, but we believe it. Oh, look at them looking at me. Am I saying something wrong? Boy. Welcome to the University of the Painful Truth. There's nobody going to hurt you like you do. Yeah, everybody clapping now. Yeah, let's see if you clap when you get here or another community. We had some people that thought they could be on community, got put off 3 of them. That was mercy to be able to stick around and be able to get on another one. Community or homestead, isn't that something? And once people get here, as oppressive as we are, nobody wants to leave. Nobody wants to leave. I wonder why, since we're so bad. Simply amazing, isn't it? I wouldn't want to leave a place that is at least making an attempt of doing y'all's will. We had one brother here one time. He was cutting a food. Teacher Shane said, brother, blase. I'm not going into detail. Well, blah, blah, blah. Teacher Shane said, brother, just shut your mouth and be quiet. Blah, 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 blah. Brother, I told you, shut your mouth and be quiet. Blah, blah, blah. Pow! They came up here, ran up here and told me, Pastor Dowell, Teacher Shane slapped the shit out of this brother. I ran down there, and I ran up on him, and you know who I jumped on, don't you? The brother who he slapped the crap out of. Who in the hell do you think he is hurting my teacher's hand? I rebuked this butt all the way up the hill, all the way out past the property line. I screamed and hollered, I thought I was back in the military again. See, because I know him. I know the sacrifice and the labor of love, and I know what it would take for him to get to that point. And then you know what the brother, first thing he said? The teacher saying, I see your fruits. I see your fruits. I said, you should have slapped some more fruit off that damn tree then. And then people be looking because we're not, we're not polished Christians. You know, that deceitful junk out there. To where they, your whole experience of salvation is some type of moment of elation. That's what you call it. Oh, I had a feel. Oh, I met Yah. And it don't last long. Because you didn't get the real true way of salvation. You went and did a Billy Graham thing. Man, we supposed to be, I guess we still on the message then, ain't we? I used to sit up in a dining hall before YouTube and talk like this 2 times a day, every day, for hours on end. To the point that the ones used to murmur, I just wish we could have some peace when we eat. I said, I'm going to give you a piece of my mind. Of course, you know they ain't here either. But we got it so bad, Brother Britt. We got it so bad. Amazing, isn't it? Look, ask for the old paths. Wherein is the good way, and walk therein, and you shall find rest for your souls. But they said we will not walk therein. So on this holy Sabbath day, we're going to get into something good. Today we are going to slay a thought pattern or a form of rebellion. All right? We're going to slay something. Okay? And that's why when we get there, I got to lay this groundwork first. But when we get there, make sure you're listening. All right? Because we're going to hit it hard. I just like the graphics, you know what I mean. All right? So it's now time for this teaching to go forth today. This past dead season has taken a lot of hypocrites out from the midst of us, and thank Yah. There are 2 out of the many passionate subjects I've seen take brothers and sisters right out of the fellowship because of lack of understanding. Now, I'm using these 2 subjects as an example, but this message is not about these 2 subjects. I'm using these 2 subjects as an example because they're the ones that systemically keep coming up. But the message is not about these 2 subjects. They are there for an example. I'm making sense? Even though these subjects apply. All right? Ganja. Marijuana. And polygyny. See, today we're going to speak about lawful and expedient. Y'all hearing this? Lawful and expedient. Hebrews 13:7 says, remember them which have a rule over you, who have spoken unto you the word of Yah, whose faith do what? Follow, considering the end of their what? Conversation. From the scripture verse it says, remember those leading you, who spoke to you the word of Elohim to you, considering the outcome of their behavior, and imitate their belief. Remember those who are leading you, who have spoken to you the word of what? To you. Consider the outcome of their behavior and imitate their belief. Imitate their faith. You hear that? Imitate their faith, which means live and do as they do, not how you think you should because of lust you do not comprehend. Hebrews 13:17 says, obey them that have a rule over you and do what? Submit yourselves. As any godly authority over you, has ever been a detriment to you? No, sir. Never. It's never. And submit yourselves, for they watch for your what? Soul. Now they are doing the watching for your soul, not you. As they must give a what? Now. That they may do this with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable unto you. So just because you can does not mean that you should. Meaning just because you can do something does not mean that you should do something. Is this making sense? See, many times when you're under authority, your natural man repulses against that idea that someone can actually put righteous restraints on you or on what you consider to be lawful. Because you have your own book of the law that you form and fashion after, that you walk after. You understand that? This is not people who are lording over you. But there are some things that, while it may be lawful, it may not be expedient. Colossians 3:1 says, if ye then be risen with Messiah, if ye be risen with who? Messiah. Messiah. Are you walking in the newness of life with Messiah now? Messiah. Are you following me? Then look, seek those things which are what? Where Messiah sitteth on the right hand of Yah. Now that's in perfect line with what TTIU said. But seek ye first the kingdom of Yahshua said. And his righteousness and all these things shall be added unto you. The instruction goes on to say, and set your affections on things what? And not on things of the what? Earth. So what is your whole passions about? What you do? Is it on things that are above or on things on this earth? For ye are what? And your life is hid with Messiah and Yah. When Messiah, who is our life, shall appear, then shall ye also appear with him in glory. Now, that's depending on your level of fidelity. Yes, it is. There's a responsibility, an inherent responsibility in order to achieve this goal. Mortify means to put off. Therefore, your members which are upon the earth, fornication, which is whoredoms, uncleanness, inordinate affections, meaning passions, evil concupiscence, which is evil desires, and covetousness, which is idolatry. For which things sake the wrath of Yah come up on the children of disobedience. Now, it is amazing how we all know those who are around us who have a contrary spirit. Over the years, we have had hope that they would change, but the truth is, I've never seen one of them ever change. You can rebuke them and reprove them, and they will, for a moment, acknowledge their correction, but they will always stay the same. It's something to experience and to watch. Colossians 2:7 said, in that which ye also walked sometime when you lived in them, but now ye also put off all these, which is anger, wrath, malice, and blasphemy. Filthy communication out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that ye have put off the old man with his deeds. So speak ye, this is James, and so do as they that shall be judged by. What is that law? So we should be judged by the law of? The law of? Now, the law of liberty is not the justice system of America. The law of liberty is this, the Torah. Now see, believe it or not, the Most High, the creator of the universe, he gave us a set of guidelines because he knows how this whole entire cosmos operates. And he says, if you stay within the perimeter of these guidelines, you will always be under liberty. But once you go outside of the perimeter of these guidelines, then guess what? Now you're subject to not only the judgment, but every single thing that comes with walking outside of the perimeter that he has already established as righteousness. Because the law is righteousness. So contrary to the teachings of our European counterparts, which their religion teaches against the law of Yah and actually teaches people to curse themselves by being disobedient and rebellious to the scriptures, here at Straitway, we always teach you to be obedient to the law of Yah. And we will always teach you to keep the commandments of Yah. Why? There's a reason. It's written about so much, but we'll cover just a few of them here real fast. Psalms 119, verse 47. I would delight myself in your commandments, which I have loved. Not only did he delight, but he loved the commandments. Is that right? My hands also will I lift up unto your commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. Psalms 119, verse 42. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy Torah is the truth. Psalms 119, 174, I have longed for your salvation, O Yahweh, and your Torah is my delight. Romans 7:22, for I delight in the law of Yahweh after the inward man. That's the converted man. That's the renewed man. Matthew 19:17, and he said unto them, why callest thou me good? For there is none good but one, that is Yah. But if you will enter into life, do what? Guard the commandments. 1 John 3:24, and he that keepeth or guardeth his commandments dwelleth in him, and he in him, and hereby we know that he abideth in us by the Spirit which he hath given us. 1 John 5:3, for this is the love of Yah, that we keep his commandments. Now, the word keep, the proper translation is the word guard. Meaning, if you have his commandments written on the table of your heart, you should do everything in your power to guard those things. Make sure you can never be persuaded to step outside of them. And his commandments are not grievous. Revelation 22:14, blessed are they that do his commandments, that they may have the right to the tree of life and may enter into the gates into the city. Now, this damn idolatrous religion has replaced the faith of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It's called that. Y'all know what that is. What's that word? That damnable ass satanic religion. Can you imagine how Christians finks their muscle tighten up whenever they hear me talk about this? They actually think that I'm talking about Jesus Christ himself. Only one problem, Jesus never told you he was a Christian. So I can't be talking about Jesus. I'm talking about a set of rules. An organized, satanic place of guidelines that has nothing to do with the Bible at all. See, Jesus was not a Christian, nor was he a Jew. He was a Yehudim. You've all been lied to. And here's an example. When you kick against the teachers of this ministry, because you object to the laws and the reprimands and the direction, every single experience has taught me and showed me is because your desires to do the works of the flesh is more powerful than the word of Yah. And the wisdom he has given me to lead you. You see, the whole direction and order of this ministry trickles down from me to all the elders. And then they run the ministry. Y'all get that? Let me give you an example. Listen, let me give you an example, all right? You see, I could easily go back and forth with you by saying, brother, I've not only preached this message, but I've lived this message for 25 years. Can you say that? So what opinion or advice or experience or wisdom or knowledge are you going to offer me? There's a difference between someone having a mental assent of knowing something and someone actually does it. Are you following me? Yes, sir. I could ask you, why is it that you're so passionate concerning this particular subject, but you have a false balance in other areas? You understand what I mean? So when we're dealing with certain subjects, lawful and expedient, there's some things you're very passionate about. Yeah, but you're lacking in the balance of spending time with Yah. You're lacking in the fruit of the Spirit that we can see demonstrated every day because you show no self-control, because as soon as something don't go your way, the first thing you do is you lose your mind. But over here, you're passionate. Y'all see my nimbus about how so passionate he is, foaming at the mouth about ganja or marijuana? Yet in that, he lacks the fruit of the Spirit. He lacks love, agape. You hear me? He lacks obedience to the word and living set apart. But he's so passionate about, you know why? Because that's what his flesh desires. That's what his flesh wants. It's not that it's going to make him a better man. It's not going to make him a man that people want to sit at his feet and then learn from him. It's not that he's bearing so much fruit that anybody who sits by this tree want to eat off of that tree. No, it's all about the passion of his flesh that loves it so much that everything else is totally irrelevant. Are y'all listening? So he's motivated by the lust of the flesh rather than capitalizing on being spiritually sound. Passionate about it. Passionate about it. But can't do what the word says in other areas. Seems to me you should concentrate more on your weaknesses and bring them up. Does it make sense? See, so that your life will not reflect a false balance, then people could receive you. You could say something to someone, and it could be the truth. But because they know the manner of your life, they won't hear you. Because believe it or not, our walk, our conversation, our testimony, it brings impact upon the people and the hearers of those who listening. Are you follow me? How much impact is it going to be if you say, you need to live on a community, brother. You need to sell everything you got just like the rich young ruler, and you ain't did it yourself yet. You think them people are going to be convicted by what you said? No, because even though you're telling the truth, they can't hear you. They can't hear you because your action do not line up with your words. If I say it, it brings a Is that making any sense? Why? All the excuses have been removed. Are y'all getting this? Oh, by the way, let me tell y'all this. Let me stop it for a second. Mother Stallings finally passed away. I think it was yesterday. Most of y'all don't know Mother Stallings. The first real mother I ever met. Passed away at 91 years old. So y'all rewarded her with a long life. Yeah. It's amazing too because I told you about the time she died. And I went down there and ran and, young Pastor Dowell. We were going down there and get this. That's the one I don't even talk much about. I usually talk about the one that took place right in church because everybody was around. But most of all, she checked out. She was gone. And they told me, and I jumped out of my door. Fired up. Where's she at? Right there. Here she gone. All right. I curse death in the name of Jesus. I command you, Mother Stallings, come back right now. She opened up her eyes. You better not ever do that again. That's the first thing she said to me. You better not ever do that again. Because all she's been talking about the whole time here is my time to die, my time to come. Everybody else I know, they gone. It's my time. She said, man of y'all, you better not ever do that again. I said, well, Mother Stallings, you was passing on. You was dead. I know. Don't do that again. Who remembers that? Raise your hand. Look at it. Look, eyewitnesses. Does that give me some type of credibility? But guess what? It wouldn't give credibility for those who believe that these people are nothing more than just yes men. Yes women. Only one deal though. They ain't gonna lie for you. Just to appease your conscience. It's something that really happened and took place. So anyway, she gone on finally to get her reward. All right. So if your life reflects a false balance, it's going to be hard for people to receive you. And many of you got all kind of direction and counsel for people. When you going to learn to shut up until you meet the conditions? Because ain't nobody going to listen to you. The Bible don't teach you to boast in another man's labor. Did I say something wrong? Did I say something wrong? Uh-oh. Do you know how many young bucks or those who are young in the faith, I've had to put them in their place? How is it that I'm right concerning everyone else except when I'm dealing with you directly? All of a sudden I'm wrong. You ever notice that? When I'm correcting, reproving, rebuking everyone else, but when I get to you, I'm wrong. See, here we already know that if a person's getting corrected or rebuked, we don't sit there and gloat. We usually try to take it for ourselves. I've been in churches where somebody's getting rebuked and the amens get real loud. Amen! And they look right at them too. Amen! I go, what the hell is that? That's called shouting in iniquity. Uh-oh. Brothers have so much passion for marijuana, but they do not have that same zeal to work for Yah. Can you imagine Mr. Haile Selassie coming down here and, okay, he's so passionate about marijuana, and we tell him, okay, get that shovel in your hand, all those post-hole diggers out here, and let's see how much passion you got. You hear me? Let me tell you something. If you're passionate about Jesus and him and his salvation towards you, then guess what? Everything that your hands put to, every labor and work of your hand, you'll be just as passionate because you'll be grateful and thankful that he called you and enabled you and put you in the kingdom. But see, we already know that it don't translate like it. Don't do it. So you can't tell that really people are grateful for salvation then, because they're just not passionate about what he's done for them. I mean, after all, the book does says, work out your salvation. And you do it with what? Fear and trembling. Well, how do you define that work then? It's everything you do every day of your life. It's whatever you put your hands to. It's how you conduct yourself and how you do it. It's not ducking and dodging, running away, going doing your own damn little sorry ass will while you leaving something else neglected. It's putting your hand to the plow. That's what it's all about. But boy, tell them you got a nickel bag over there. Be the first one to go over there to smoke it all up and sit on their ass. But they're doing the work of the kingdom. See how stupid it is? See, they have the same passion of obedience and meeting of those conditions, but they do not have a passion for the glory of Yah. It's all about their wants. And when they have wants, whatever you need don't mean nothing, because the focus is always on them. Now, the last time I read in this book, this is a very unselfish work. You're supposed to live. Matter of fact, you ain't even, everything you do, you're not even supposed to be glorifying yourself. You're supposed to be thinking of others greater than yourself. That's what the book teaches. Oh, we'll get there. Matthew 23:23 says, woe unto you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites! For you pay tithe and mint and arise and coming, and have omitted the weightier matters of the law, judgment, mercy, and faith. Here's the part I like right here. These things you ought to have what? Done, and not left the other undone. You passionate about saying amen, but you can't go out there and rake the yard. You passionate about wearing clean clothes, but your ass can't take out the trash. Uh-oh. Oh, y'all gonna laugh. Get some deliverance. 1 Corinthians 10:23. All things are what? Meaning permissible. Permissible for me. But all things are not, meaning beneficial. All things are permissible, but just because it's permissible don't mean that it's beneficial to you. Are you hearing me? All things are lawful for me, but all things do not edify. My translation. Everything is permissible, but everything is not beneficial. Everything is permissible, but everything is not edifying. The point is, liberty has limitations. And those limitations are Torah, the Torah of Yah. See, 1 Corinthians 10:23 says, all things are lawful, meaning permissible for me, but all things are not expedient, meaning they're not beneficial. All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. All things are lawful, 1 Corinthians 6:12, unto me, but all things are not expedient, meaning profitable. Things are lawful for me, but I would not be bought under the power of any. My translation. Things are lawful for me, but I will not be mastered by anything. See, just because you can does not mean that you should. Just because marijuana is legal don't mean that you should smoke it. You might say, I have a right to smoke marijuana. Does that mean that you should? Or is it beneficial? Is it that beneficial? Because I seen a Jamaican man this morning, old, really old, skin as smooth as butter. And he don't smoke it, never has smoked it, and said it ain't meant for smoking. Uh-oh. Where in the scripture does it mention anything about us smoking ganja? Hell, I've got a right to smoke cigarettes, but that doesn't mean that it's constructive. I mean, what would y'all think about me if I just came in here every once in a while and fired me up some Newports? I like Newports. No, it's real talk. What would you think about me if I fired up some Newports, man? I mean, all things are lawful, but it's not expedient. If I came in here, if y'all see me with one damn cigarette in my hand, all you be firing it up. The ones that smoked before. Uh-oh. Look at them looking. Now, what type of benefit is that doing for my body? Is this not the temple of Yah? The only smoke that should be going up in this is prayers. Look at it. Because you be destroying the temple of Yah. Look, you may get pleasure and enjoyment out of it, but it doesn't edify. All it does is please your flesh. It doesn't matter to you if you destroyed your brother's faith, does it? Because it's all about you. Isn't that right? It don't matter. It's about you and your selfish self. Another example. Look, 1 Corinthians 8:9 says, but take heed lest by any means this liberty of yours become a stumbling block to them that are weak. For if any man see you which has knowledge. Now, this is a different type of person. If any man see you which has knowledge, that means this is a place of influence. Sit at meat in the idol's temple. Shall not the conscience of him which is weak be emboldened to eat those things which are offered to idols? And mind you, only thing they do is seeing you sit in the place. If you're sitting in there, they automatically associate you sitting with being a partaker. In other words, you're in a place that you shouldn't be. Now, there ain't no law telling you can't be there. But there's a law that says you shouldn't offend this weak one. You shouldn't lay a stumbling block before the one that is weak. In other words, yes, the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you live, and how you do has bearing upon your weak brother or your weak sister. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. All things are lawful, but all things are not expedient. All things are permissible, but it doesn't mean it's beneficial. And through knowledge, through your knowledge shall the weak brother perish. Just because you think you all that in a bag of chips, whom Christ died. Now you got blood on your hands. And you will justify yourself, say, I didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't have to come over here. I didn't tell him to eat that. But see, your conversation should have been to the point where you didn't even allow Satan to tempt that young weak brother or young weak sister. See, you could maybe be in a damn idol's temple and not affect you at all, but they get in there and they see you an Israelite. Yeah, I'm an Israelite too. And they ain't strong enough to overcome that. They're not strong enough to stand against it. All it does, because of their spiritual condition, is cause them to rationalize and justify eating what's in the idol's temple. Yes, you are your brother's keeper. It ain't all about you. But when ye sin, so against the brother, now it's calling it sin. And you wound their weak conscience, you sin against the Messiah. So here you are doing all this shit on the side that you think ain't nobody watching and looking. And you giving these weak brother ideas, these weak sister ideas. And they're going to get entangled by the snare of Satan. And the Bible says when that happens, you've caused that weak brother to sin. That's exactly what he did. And he's sinning against the Messiah because you wound their weak conscience. So yes, you've got to be careful where you go. Yes, you got to be responsible and be careful about what you do and how you do it in front of who you're doing it in front of. You're a bond servant. You don't belong to yourself no damn more. You are a representative of the Messiah, an ambassador of the kingdom. Don't give me this shit where I can do what I want to do. That's why a lot of brothers in this dead season ain't here. With some of the cock and bull-eyed crap I've heard, some of the things that people would say, I say, man, you got to be kidding me. Well, I can do that. Brother, it ain't beneficial for you to do that, brother. Ain't nothing saying I can't. No, I can't. But guess what? If you call somebody to sin, you're going to have blood on your hands. Where's this how I'm going to have blood, brother? You can't do nothing about that mindset. You already got your mind made up. Do what you got to do. Let's see how it works for you. You're going to get me set up there and rationalize and kick against you. But I tell you one thing, you ain't going to do it here. You ain't preaching that shit here. And if I get wind somebody saying something like that, I'm going to rebuke your ass openly here. This is some of the conversations that go on behind the scenes. And we'll let you in all your knowledge and wisdom, we'll see how smart you are then. Just because it's lawful doesn't mean it's expedient. Does that make sense? So now, here, you are sinning without knowledge. Just because you think it's lawful. And just because you're so full of yourself, you do not care about the impact you're having on your brother, who may not have even been in the faith as long as you. He looks up to you. Everything you do, hey, he thinks that's the way we're supposed to be. We told a brother, you shouldn't be down there in the damn city, rubbing elbows with the damn heathen out there. Talking about you making money? Yeah, man, but look how much money I'm making. But brother, no, there ain't nothing to tell you can't be there. But brother, you shouldn't be there. It's not expedient for you to be there. Okay, if it's so lawful to be there, then okay, so I'll tell you what. So I'll go down there in the city with you and I'll go in the clubs. I'll go on these bus tours where everybody run around butt naked and everything else, doing everything they can. And then everybody tell everybody that Pastor Dowell is just doing the job. Huh? And then one day, here come Ariel driving by. And he sees me on a party bus, and he's down Broadway. Just picked up mama from airport. And he sees me taking pictures of breast and ass. You know what he gonna do? I'm gonna go get me a job. Pastor doing it. Why can't I do it? Son, you can't be in an environment like that. You hypocrite. That's the first thing he's going to be ministering in his mind. How you going to tell me and look at you? Uh-oh. And I'm telling the truth. The book just got finished saying, you sinned against Messiah and caused your brother to perish. 1 Corinthians 6:12 says, things are lawful for me, but I will not be brought under the power of any. Everything is permissible, but everything is not beneficial. Everything is permissible, but not everything is edifying. Again, the point is that liberty has limitations. Liberty has responsibility. 1 Corinthians 10:23 says, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient. But all things are lawful for me, but all things edify not. Here's the next verse right after that. Let no man seek his own, but every man another's wealth. Okay, so what you're doing is there for the benefit of Israel then, right? Uh-oh. See what I mean? So you really truly start looking at it, it's really all about me. Huh? Is that making sense? Do you think I just wanted to work 2 or 3 jobs because I wanted to? Huh? You think I wanted to work 2 jobs, work my ass off so I could get these bills paid off because there's something I love to do? I'm a family man. As soon as I got finished off those jobs, I got children. Them children don't care I'm at work. They want some daddy time. Daddy, can you come out and throw football with me? Daddy, can you come play? Sure. And when they're going to bed, guess what? I'm leaving out the door to go to the next job. Uh-oh. Why is it that nobody want to be emboldened to follow that kind of an example? Look at them looking. Look, see, we cherry pick. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But you can tell my whole entire lifestyle, definitely since being in this, it hasn't been me seeking my own. It's been about the benefit of Israel. It's been about exhorting Israel. Uh-oh. I mean, it don't take a genius to figure out we ain't going to be here long. But it does teach us that whatever we sow in this life, I can only imagine what the Father has for us then. Huh? In the scriptures version it says, let no one seek his own, but each one that of another. What if everybody did this? There wouldn't be no selfishness then, wouldn't it? If everybody looked on every other person or every other brother or sister's welfare over their own, man, we wouldn't even have to fight with envy. Wouldn't be no jealousy. Huh? Would it? If we esteem others greater than ourselves. Isn't that the truth? See, but what some of you are doing is seeking your own, and sometimes you dress it up like you really care about others, but the benefit is all about you. And you think that you're the first one to come across this type of mindset. To hell, I've been living 53 years and done seen a hell of a lot more than you have, but it's your first rodeo, and you think I can't see your ass. The scripts, the Torah is just right. Our love for our Israelite family proves the reality of our faith. Again, our love for our Israelite family proves the reality of our faith. That's why I keep using Nate and Sarah all the time as examples. They don't have to tell me that they love Israel. I can just see how they carry themselves and see what they do. I already know their actions speak louder than them words. I would rather have somebody don't say a damn word to me and say, I love you, Pastor, I love you, Pastor. Than to say that you love me, but you don't do a damn thing for y'all's people. Hypocrite. Boy, there ain't no claps in here now. I thought I'd get a shout out of that one. See, we're so used to being deceived by words. And the words are supposed to put a shadow or film over our eyes to not see the reality. That many of us, our words don't mean shit. We ain't who we think we are, or nor are we trying to purport to be. No, Brother Britt ain't got to never sit up and tell me I love Pastor. I know he loves Pastor. He's loved me from the day he's met me. I know he loves Israel because, while everybody else is baking in their damn homes in the wintertime, throwing logs in the damn stove and shutting the door with their foot. Guess who's in the shop turning wrenches just so you can go to the grocery store? Then I ask you, hey, brother, won't you fix that? Well, I what in the hell you think he learned it from? Until he actually got out there. Look at him looking. Look at him looking at me. Excuses, 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 and more damn excuses. Then you wonder why you don't have the respect of Israel. Strength and honor. Just because you exist and you purport or you present yourself a certain way don't mean you're going to get the respect that you think you ought to have to you just because of your age, because of your position, because of your place, or your title. Oh, boy, look, it's getting hot in here. Woo, wait. Boy, the mouths are glued today, ain't they? Did I say something wrong? Is the word showing you who you are? Some type of reflection? They say to me, Pastor, damn it, you said you were going to stop laying blocks at 50 years old. Why are you still doing it? I said, have you learned? I mean, if you're really so damn concerned, then learn. If you're concerned for my welfare and being, then get your ass out here and learn it. Okay, we'll pray for you. See what I mean? We present ourselves as if we're really concerned about, but we're really truly not. Polygyny. Let's use this as an example. All right? Biblical Hebrew marriage. The scriptures is our book. It's our culture, and we cannot allow another people nor another false religion to define for us what truth is and who we are. 1 John 4:7 says, Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of Yah, and everyone that loveth is born of Yah, and knoweth Yah. He that loveth not knoweth not Yah, for Yah is what? Love. And this was manifested, the love of Yah towards us, because that Yah sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him. And herein is love. Not that we love Yah, but that he loved us and sent his Son to be a propitiation for our sins. 1 Corinthians 9:1. Am I not an apostle? That's what he says. Paul says, right? Am I not free? Or do we all not have freedom and liberty in Christ? Huh? He's talking to the Corinthian church because some people apparently had an alternate mindset to the way that Paul was thinking. So Paul addresses them. Am I not an apostle? Okay, good. Are you? No. You get it? Am I not free? Yeah. Have I not seen Yahshua HaMashiach the Master? Are you not the work? Are you not my working Messiah? This is for all you that question me. Am I not your pastor? Am I not free? Now, I ain't seen Yahshua except in a vision. And I didn't even see him then. Are you not all my work in the Messiah? Some of you already knew him, but yeah, he still bought you right here. Did he not buy you right here? You're not here because you want to be lied to. You're here because truth. There's something resonated in your spirit. There's a spirit of truth. That's what he's doing. He's proving it. He says, are you not all of you? Are not all of you my work in the Messiah? Yes or no? And the answer is yes. In our history, it is written for all to read. If I be not an apostle to others, y'all get that? Yet doubtless I am to you. So if the whole damn world don't give a damn about Pastor Dowell and I ain't their pastor, I don't care. I am to you though. See, all I'm doing is saying the same thing that Paul is saying, is just bringing it up to now so we can relate. For the seal of my apostleship are ye in the Messiah. So the seal of my pastorship are all of you hardheads that are listening. My answer to them that do examine me is this. Have we not power to eat and to drink? Do I not? Do you not? No, it says we. Have we not power? We. Power to eat and drink. Look at this. Have we not power to lead about a sister? A wife? Do we not? As well as the other apostles, letting us know that Yahshua's brothers actually had wives too, contrary to the Catholic doctrine. Huh? And as the brethren of the Messiah and Cephas, or I only and Barnabas, have not we power to forbear working? Paul is saying, oh, here we go, In other words, Paul says, do I not have the power to not even work? Huh? Some of you say, well, he ain't working, I ain't going to work. You don't have that power. Uh-oh. If I don't lift another finger, I've already done enough. Uh-oh. Look at him looking. My job is to teach you how to lift a finger. But as he said, don't I got power to not work? Yes, sir. All things are permissible for me, but all things are not or beneficial. Is that right? All things are lawful for me, but all things do not edify. Is that right? Now, this is our history right here. Just because I have 3 Ashais don't mean, that even though it's lawful for you, don't mean that you need them. It don't mean it's beneficial for you. Uh-oh. If I had 5 Ashais, it doesn't mean that you need 5 Ashais. Let's just go and tell the truth. Ask Mother Carol if I've always believed in the biblical lifestyle of polygyny. Ask her what do you say? Always have. I didn't practice it though just because I believed it. Uh-oh. I had to go through a time of education. Now, what the hell is it going to look like if we get a polygynous family come in here and they need counsel from me and I'm a monogamous pastor? You think I'm going to be able to be in a position to relate to them? Can I relate to a monogamous family? Can I relate to a polygynous family? Sure I can. The husband got to be the first partaker. Uh-oh. Look how I'm looking. So I'm in a perfect position to be able to counsel. Uh-oh. You see that? Just because I got 3 shies and you're a young buck, they don't. Hey, it's lawful for you to have them, but right now it ain't beneficial. Is that making sense? Is that making sense? Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Why in the hell you go out and get another child and screw up your house when your house existing now is already messed up? It doesn't mean that we don't want to, but you need to probably wait for a season, for the right time. Uh-oh. Amazing, isn't it? Just because Solomon has 700 wives and 300 concubines, that don't mean I want them. It's lawful for me. I don't think I got that many days left to take care of that. But I tell you one thing, I can take care of it. If you don't believe me, you ask them, I can take care of it. I'll raise up a whole nation by myself. Are y'all all right?
Yes, sir.
Can I take care of it? Yeah. You making sense? Elias, it's lawful for you to have 2, 3, 4 shies. But you ain't ready for no 2 or 3, 4 shies. Your flesh may want to have sex, but you ain't even ready for the responsibility. Lawful, not expedient. You know, right? You work? Do you ever come home from work and go straight to bed? You do? When I used to come home from work, I couldn't go straight to bed. How old are you? When I was 22 years old, I already had 2 children, a wife and 2 children. When I came home from work, I had to turn around and go straight from dropping my rucksack off and my bags at the door to the playground. Some of you ain't ready for that. Uh-oh. And we wouldn't be out there for 10 and 15 minutes. Wouldn't we care? We'd be out there, me and the children would be out there for hours, wouldn't we? As soon as they hear that car pulling up, boy, bam, they hit the door. Look how I'm looking. The grandbabies was here last week. And boy, they want to play. Craziest thing is that children are the same no matter what. We in there, and Abigail didn't want to finish eating her vegetables. I said, hey, Jonathan, come on, son, we're going to go out and pop some pops and do some smoke bombs and light some sparkles. Jonathan ran over there, got them boots on, and him and I out the door, boy. Guess who was right behind us? And guess who ate all them vegetables? In breakneck time. Been sitting there for, I can't tell you how many minutes, wouldn't touch them. Boy, but as soon as you start talking about sparkles, pops, smoke bombs. We was out in the street getting ready to light it up, fired up, and here come Abigail. Don't forget me. I said, isn't it funny? The grandchildren, they desire time. They need time. They love spending time with pops. So they're getting ready to leave. Now, they love mom and daddy, but they're getting ready to leave, elder. And Jonathan says, okay, come on, Weller, come on. No, let's go. Come on. You coming on with me. But I can't. No, come on. And then he brings her outside, shuts the door. Come on. You know why? Because of Weller, fun. Shut the door and left his mama in the house. You got to have energy. Yes, you do. You got to have energy, and you got to put yourself on the back burner. It's more than just laying up and making babies. There's a responsibility incurred in this. So, and if your mind ain't ready for that, it may be lawful, but it's not beneficial for you. Because if not, you're going to end up like another one of these jackleg American men that don't want to take on the responsibility of training up a wife and the children. All you want to do is dog around and talk about how she ain't shit when you ain't shit yourself. It's easy to sit up and tell somebody you ain't shit. What about you? And why would you talk about the gift of Yah, the one who gave favor? Yah gave you favor. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor of Yah. Why would you talk about the favor of Yah like that? Right. See, a lot of times we just up here just bumping our gums and run our damn lips and don't even know we're actually putting an indictment against Yah himself. This woman you gave me. Say it again. This woman you. Because you asked for it. It is quiet today. That's how you know the Ruach is in the house now. It's quiet. You want another wife? 3 or 4 of them? Not right now. Lawful, but not the expedient. He said, I'll take that scripture. Oh, never mind. It's always been in our history. What time? Oh, Jesus. Don't time fly when you're having fun? Over here in our history right here to show you, everybody know who Josephus is, right? That traitor of a historian. Josephus in the antiquity of the Yehudim of the Jews from 37 to 95, book 17, chapter 12, or chapter 1.2, in the book, the works of Josephus, Herod, son of his own, who was born to him by the high priest's daughter, for it is the ancient practice among us to have many wives at the same time. Book 17, chapter 1, part 1-3. Now Herod the king had at this time, how many wives? 9. And one of them, I didn't read, go on. Flavius Josephus, the great Jewish war. All right? Forget all this stuff. Let's just go straight to it. Now those wives of his were not a few, it being of old permitted to the Yehudim to marry many. So there you have it, even in history. So you expect for these hypocritical, serial polygamous Christians to get this? Hell no. Hell no, because they're just foul and sick in the way that they compute and calculate things. You might say, I have a right to another Shia. Does that mean that you should or that it is beneficial? Are you making sense? I'm making sense? It's amazing. See, when you were in the world and in some form of religion, you did not think about polygyny at all. I've always been one to agree with the scripture concerning biblical marriage. Yet none of you had the knowledge nor the light in how to do it right. Am I telling the truth? I've got a question I want to ask. So why is it so important to you and yet you're lacking in truth? I got some young brothers, man, so passionate about polygyny. Man, you seen it? You come in, you say, Tom, man, they could be sitting here about to break their neck during the sermon. So you start talking about multiple wives. Yeah, amen. They come to life. Somebody just tased them. I'm like, what the world? Y'all ain't never seen this. You seen it? Go, oh, see, that's the one that definitely don't eat it. Amazing, isn't it? Wasn't even passionate about it. And don't get me wrong, I know that a lot of men come to this ministry simply because they know that they can have more than one. And then they run up against roadblocks, they get frustrated. They get frustrated because we don't want our daughters of Zion to be hooked up with a lying, bootlicking jackleg. Somebody got to watch over them. Ain't that right? Somebody got to watch over them. You take a woman that has, let's say she had 4 children. Hypothetical situation. All right, let's say she's 32 years old, she has 4 children. Okay? And let's say that she's a desirable young woman still. All right? Today, what this generation does is they don't look at the whole package. They look at that woman. Not caring nothing about the children are part of the woman. And once that woman comes up under your headship and under your feet in your house, now they're part of you. Oh boy. Did I not teach y'all sons? Did I not spend time with y'all? Did I not teach y'all things, show y'all things? Somebody got to spend time with them. See, everybody wants to spend time with the woman. Nobody wants to spend time with the children. And especially if they boys, the woman can't raise the boy. That boy going to be a man one day. It takes a man to be able to raise that boy. I remember when all of them were so passionate about laying blocks. We're gonna lay blocks with pastor. That's what we're going to do. Yeah. Elias always been like that. As soon as homeschool was over, he threw his books. Head straight. I'm going where the brothers is. Always be around the brother. I'm going where the brothers is. Ever since he was like this. Now he like this. And I said, okay, y'all want to lay blocks on? I said, good. Pick up them blocks and walk down there. I looked at them. I looked at their core, their structure. I said, you ain't ready. Is that right? I did a boy. I said, y'all ain't ready yet. Most people would have said, get the stupid ass men. Yeah, boy, come on, get over and get them blocks. Carry them blocks, and you'll have damaged them for life. You'll have messed them up for life. All because your definition of a man is a boy trying to act like a man when he ain't even ready for it yet. And you end up hurting them for life. How intelligent is that? Next year, have them do the same thing. Yup, you ready. You ain't came time to lay block. You don't want to lay block now, do you, Gabriel? I don't mind. Them things hurt, don't they, area? And they lay them pretty good, too. Framing, building. Also, they had to do the dirty jobs nobody wanted to do. Frustrating jobs. Being told what to do. Don't want to do any of that. See, but now they're working out on a job. And ask them, do they appreciate y'all now for all those experiences? Because now they're the talk, all three of them are the talk of the town at their job. Everybody says nothing but good things about them. Because they learn a work ethic here. They learn a work ethic here. See, when I got my second child, I wasn't only just married to her. Uh-oh. They come as a package platoon. Oh, hallelujah. And you know I'm telling the truth. Some of these men, all you interested in is just a woman. Look how I'm looking. So if you can discern that that's all that man interested in, no, he can't have the woman. And the woman should be in a position of place no matter how much desire she has for a man to be covered, because at 32 years old, a woman has desires. See, this wicked-ass world of monolygamists would rather for her to suffer in silence and expect for her to suppress her desires as if they some type of evil thing. You get that shit from Gnosticism from the Catholic Church. That's where you get that crap from. There's still a natural law. And the reason why sex ends up becoming filth to you is something you can't stop doing. You get it? It's because you have your own sets of rules and guidelines that's greater than the morality of the scriptures. Look at them looking. So yeah, she ain't no different than a woman that was out there and had many consorts and never had any seed. This one just showing it and the other one ain't. What about all the jacklegs who's supposed to be honorable men that should have not put the seed in the first damn place? They want to bitch about a society that preaches feminism rather than being a damn example. See, this generation, they something else as hypocritical as they are. They want you to talk, but they don't want you to talk straight. They want you to beat around the bush and leave everything in your windows and stuff for misunderstanding, so it gives you plenty of room to misunderstand. Rather than dangling the knowledge and putting it right in front of you and then giving you the ability to make a healthy choice and a decision. Why y'all think y'all love me so much? Because the signal is clear. It don't. It's a clear signal. And when you hear me, by the time it gets to you, the Holy Spirit is real clear. Because He's ministering to you where you at. Don't make no mistake about it. I'm in here talking, but everybody ain't receiving the same signal. You got a wavelength, you got a channel that you own that the Holy Spirit deals with you and your personal perspective places. Does that make sense? He's the one that's got the ability. He's the one, I'm going to say it again. I always ask for utterance, but make no mistake about it, He's the preacher. He's the minister. I'm the silhouette of the voice that is using for the exchange and flow of information. Does this make sense? So we're not trying to get on the new paths, because these new paths ain't worth a damn thing. This generation is our litmus test for morality. This one is. This is how we're supposed to do it. In this generation? No, old path seems a whole lot better to me. Let no man seek his own but another man's wealth. Verse 31, 1 Corinthians 10. Wherefore, or whether therefore ye eat or drink, or whatsoever you do, do it all to the glory of me, myself, and I. As a man, this life is about sacrifice and responsibility. duty, sacrifice, and responsibility, and you don't get to shirk your responsibilities, no matter how bad things get. What we are experiencing in this world today are consequences for our flagrant disobedience to Yah. There's a phrase in the Bible that is called good days. Why do we have others trying to define religion for us? Look at our accusers who do not live a moral life. Live and deal justly. That is truth. See, you have a right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. Is that making sense? Because we do have the Torah in itself is the literal law of liberty. Yah has never intended for us, for our lives to be requirements or forced sanctions. It's called the law of liberty because it's a declaration of righteousness and salvation by Messiah. It's a whole new way of thinking and living. And the majority of people who claim to be born again, I don't know how it is that their station has never changed. They don't never get this type of consciousness. Romans 3:27 says, where's this boasting then? Is it excluded? By what law? Of works? No, but by the law of faith. Proper translation. When then is this boasting? When then is the boasting? It was excluded by what Torah? Of works? No, but by the Torah of faith. Therefore, we do reckon that a man to be declared righteous by faith apart from the works of Torah. Or is he the Elohim of the Yehudim only and not also the nations? Yes, of the nations also. Since it is one Elohim who shall declare right the circumcised by belief. See, Abraham still had to practice faith. And the uncircumcision or uncircumcised through belief. Do we then nullify the Torah, though through belief? Let it not be. But what do? We establish the Torah. Brother Saint, let's read this. Everybody okay? Have we wore out the patience of the saints? You shouldn't be tired. I'm the one up here doing all the work. That's just to help y'all out a little bit, you know what I mean? Read when you have it. Y'all all right?
Know ye not, brethren, for I speak to them that know the law.
And that don't mean you're denying it, but you have a knowledge of it. Okay, come on.
How that the law hath dominion over a man as long
Wait a minute, the law has dominion over a man as long as he do what?
as long as he liveth.
Read.
For the woman which hath an husband is bound by the law to her husband so long as he liveth.
But y'all hear that? So long as I'm alive, they bind. You get it? Come on.
But if the husband be dead,
If I be what?
dead,
Dead. Come on.
she is loosed from the law of her husband.
Now, a lot of people take this and try to supersede the Torah and forget about all the requirements that come into play when there's a time of release when you don't perform your duties. Look at them looking. So let's get it right. Don't take it out of context. Read on.
So then if, while her husband liveth, she be married to another man, she shall be called an adulteress.
And the reason being is because she never did get a legal writ, a legal divorce. Not a legal divorce from that either. You follow me? Then the Torah even covers the hard-hearted person, the hard-hearted man that won't even give her a divorce. It got words for him too. Y'all remember me talking about all this? Read on.
But if her husband be dead, she is free from that law, so that she is no adulteress, though she be married to another man. Wherefore, my brethren, ye also are become dead to the law by the body of Christ, that ye should be married to another.
Now let's stop for a second. This dead to the law thing, that means dead to the law of sin. See, because the law is righteous. The law teaches you what is unrighteous, which is liberty. Are you following me? So you got to get it right. It's the law of sin. Don't set up and say the law that which is good, which is holy and right, is evil. Y'all know my famous line. I had that white preacher upset, boy. I did. I'll never forget it. I said, oh, so the law done away with. I said, your wife look good. Yeah, hey, wouldn't you like some of this? Bet I can do it better than him. What the hell? Hold on. Law done away with. We just lawless. So what the hell's wrong with you? You can't have it both ways. See, tonight she's going to probably entertain that thought. Because you already done said it's done away with. Tonight, boy, that temptation going to come and whisper in her ear. Honey, can I have a try of him? You did say the law is done away with. With your foul butt. See, they're preaching curses upon you. Of course, I did tell brother, I don't have no desire to lay with your wife, but your theology is just nonsensical. It makes no sense whatsoever at all. See, I could believe that if I went to the same school you went to. I'm so glad that I didn't go to none. Nothing but, let me read this. Had a ruach with me there by myself. Okay, good. Well, how do they come to this stuff? You know, you used to go to assembly and they tell you what to believe. You go, But then when you was a child, you could do that. But now you become a man, you start reading, you go, now wait a minute. This don't make sense. And everybody in the world is still believing that way. I can't do it. Read.
That ye should be married to another, even to him who is raised from the dead, that we should bring forth fruit unto Yah. For when we were in the flesh...
Let me ask you this. When Yahshua became married unto you, is it okay for you to still be married to the devil? Is it okay for you to be married to sin? That's what he's talking about. Read on.
For when we were in the flesh...
When we were in the flesh, we were what?
The motions of sins, which were by the law, did work in our members to bring forth fruit unto death.
Unto what?
Death.
So there's the lust of the flesh, and then there's the fruit of the spirit, isn't it? And it all worked towards what? Death. Didn't it? We wasn't servants of Yah. We were servants of sin. That was our law, which was against the law. Come on.
But now we are delivered from the law, that being dead wherein
And
we
no,
were dead.
you ain't delivered from the righteousness of Torah. It's talking about the law of sin and death. He saved you so you can keep on sinning. That's the Christian philosophy. That is just nonsensical. No, he saved you to keep you from sin. Come on.
That being dead wherein we were held, that we should serve in newness of spirit and not in oldness of the letter.
You hear that? The newness of spirit and not in the oldness of the letter. Come on.
What shall we say then? Is the law sin?
Is the law sin? I mean, 'cause if we believe that like Christianity tell us that it is, let's let the book answer itself. Read.
Yah forbid.
Uh-huh.
Nay, I had not known sin,
I wouldn't have never even known sin except what?
but by the law.
But by what?
The law.
See, if the law never defined what sin was, we would have never known it. If the law didn't tell me that I couldn't have my brother's wife, I wouldn't know it. If the law didn't tell me you ain't supposed to lay with your daughter, I wouldn't know it. If the law didn't tell me that, look, you can't be going and gazing upon the nakedness of your brother's wife, I wouldn't know it. Because there's already an evil nature working in all of us to be lawless. That's all we can function after. That's all we know until Yahshua comes. And when he comes, he frees us from the law of sin and death. So that sin now no longer has no dominion over you, to lord over you. And then he admonishes us, let not sin therefore reign in your mortal body. That's proper understanding. Not to give you a license to keep on go sinning like they preach. And they can't never recover themselves out of it, especially when you know what you're talking about. Read on.
For I had not known lust, except the law had said, thou shalt not covet.
Isn't that something? Isn't that something? The law says you should never covet. We'd have never known it if it didn't say that. We'd have kept on going on in covenants thinking it is right. Read on.
But sin, taking occasion by the commandment, wrought in me in all manner of concupiscence. For without the law, sin was dead.
Y'all hear that? Without the law, sin was what? Dead. Come on.
For I was alive without the law once.
Yeah, in the flesh. You was alive without the law once. Read on.
But when the commandment came,
whoa, when the commandment came, come on.
Sin revived.
Sin reviled and what?
I died.
You what?
I died.
Well, if that's the case, then why are some of you still trying to act like that you dead while you still living in sin? Being a double agent. Claiming yourself to be born again, but you really truly ain't dead. Ain't never been dead. Huh? I mean, you know, Yahshua did warn us of the wolf. Where's the wolf always at? Around the sheep. And what type of wolf is he? He got sheep clothing on. And where is he at? Amongst the sheep. Waiting to get him a meal, to devour someone. That's the one that's unconverted. You got a garment on? Hey, how'd you get here? You ain't got this garment. Did you come through the door? No, I climbed over the wall. Hey, get his ass out of here. Can you imagine it making it that far to the kingdom? Thinking that you in? And you sitting there, and then the master comes in and said, hey, who you? You ain't got no garment? Did you come through the door? Nah, climbed over the wall. I got in. Yeah, now you finna get out. Such are the hypocrites that are amongst us. See, every dead season, y'all gets rid and purge the hypocrites, the wolves in the sheep's clothing. I'll prove it to you. When you go and look at their lifestyle, if you get a chance to see it, are they bringing forth fruit unto life? Are they going to be better saints? Or is their tree busting with fruit that you can eat off of? Then they're going back to death then. Read on.
And the commandment, which was ordained to life, I found to be unto death. For sin, taken occasion by the commandment, deceived me.
What did sin do?
Deceived me.
Sin does what?
Deceived.
Come on.
And by it slew me.
Come on. Sin was working death in you. Read on. That was it. Wherefore, the law is, Torah is, and the commandment just and good. So it can't be talking about the Torah that Christianity does away with. Now, Yescael 47:22. And it shall come to pass that you divide a lot of inheritance for yourselves and to the strangers that sojourn among you. And you which beget children among you, and they shall be unto you as born in the country, among the children of Israel. They shall have an inheritance with you among the tribes of Israel. Because remember, salvation to the Yehudim and also to the nations. You got to have the Ruach. Israel, when you come into this, natural born, homeborn, converted, come in, you're Israel, you got to learn how to teach this the right way. The right way. Because there's still some people out there that's suffering from the lies of this world. Are you following me? Offending other people. So, all things may be lawful, but that doesn't mean they're expedient. Does that make sense? Did y'all learn anything? Yes, sir. Y'all must have learned something, because it was quiet as crap in here, boy. Huh? As the old saying goes, you could hear a rat piss on cotton. So quiet in here today, I take it, I assume that you had your recorders on. Let us stand. Ain't y'all good? Well, we got Pentecost next week. Hallelujah. We got community cleanup first day. Community cleanup first day for those of you who want to come by and give a hand to help us get this place somewhat in some type of order or something like this. Brother Bud, Brother Scott, and all the brothers and stuff that under Brother Bud's leadership, he's sure have done a damn good job in the trimming out of this stage and the windows and the sound room, and man, they have just worked their rear end off. They've done a real good job. They really have done a good job. Now we got more elbow room. Can you imagine trying to put 400 or 500 of us again back over there? We done it before. We can do it again. It sure is a lot better like this, though, isn't it? Hey, I hope you truly learned something today, really, because sometimes people take this lawful, all things are lawful and expedient thing. People try to take it and abuse it. They don't quote this and say this, but if you see the push sometimes, this is what they're really getting to. You understand what I mean? Now, when something is lawful for you, so why would we want to keep that which is good for you away from you? We don't. It's just that there's a devil to be talking to you, they just don't want you. They don't. You know, it's amazing. No matter how much examples you have in front of you, still just don't want to do it. Sorry, but we ain't got nobody. Who's teaching us the blueprint of how to go do this and live this? Who do we get our instruction from straightway? We get it straight from the Father, don't we? There ain't no books out here teaching us how to go about every step and what way we should go and how we should do it and stuff, because there ain't nobody else out here living it like we know. We don't know nobody else living it. Sure would be nice to meet some. We ain't got to have all doctrinal points down. Don't. But some of you will make it bones of contention. Yeah, you would. Yes, you would. Yes, you would. Wouldn't you? Instead of giving them time to come. Hey, good. Time to come, or give us time to come. One way or the other. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? Most High y'all, we thank you for all things. We do continue to ask your blessings on our hearing, that we would hear your word, bring about a performance, and bring glory to your magnificent name. Thank you for your words of truth that we heard here this morning. We bless you for all things in the magnificent name of Jesus. Let the words of my mouth, the meditation of our heart, be acceptable in thy sight. O Yah, my strength and my Redeemer. We dismiss in the beautiful name of Yah. Uh-oh, look at him looking.